Jeff Bezos just dropped $50 million on the wedding of the century. Private island, A-list guests, royal-level decor, and wait until you hear what his ex-wife did next. Stick around, because we're going inside every jaw-dropping detail. Alright, buckle up everyone, because today we're going deep into one of the most over-the-top, jaw-dropping celebrity weddings in history. This isn't just any billionaire saying, I do, it's Jeff Bezos, the man worth nearly $200 billion, throwing what's being called a $50 million wedding of the century with Sanchez on a private island in Spain. But that's just the start. I'm talking exclusive designer gowns, secret celebrity guest lists with A-listers flown in on private jets, and decor so extravagant it would make a royal wedding look like a backyard barbecue. We're going to break down every single insane detail, from the gold-plated dinnerware to the cake taller than you or me. And you know we're not stopping there, because there's drama too. While Jeff was blowing $50 million on this wedding, his ex-wife Mackenzie Scott was making headlines for literally giving away billions to charity. The contrast, it's wild. The internet has been eating it up, and I've got the best memes and savage reactions you don't want to miss. Plus, I've dug up some hilarious behind-the-scenes stories you won't see in the glossy magazines, like what the staff had to sign to keep things hush-hush, and how one rumored guest almost didn't get let in. So grab a drink, get comfy, and stay with me, because this video is your all-access pass to everything you want to know about Bezos and Sanchez's headline-grabbing, bank-breaking, envy-inducing wedding. If you love celebrity gossip, this is the video for you. Real quick before we dive in, comment below. If you were as rich as Bezos, would you splurge on a $50 million wedding or keep it low-key? I want to know what you'd do. Alright, let's talk about the setting of this mind-bending $50 million wedding. And I'm not exaggerating when I say it was literally something out of a movie. Bezos and Sanchez didn't just rent a fancy hotel or some Malibu mansion. Oh no, they rented an entire private island in Spain. That's right, an island. Exclusive, remote. Like they literally said, you know what? Let's buy ourselves some privacy. Sources from Vogue and Architectural Digest confirm it wasn't just any island. We're talking about sprawling Mediterranean villas with panoramic ocean views, terracotta roofs, marble courtyards, ancient olive trees lining the pathways. It's like they built a royal palace just for their big day. Now picture this. Guests arrived by private yacht or helicopter. There were dedicated staff waiting with champagne flutes the moment they set foot on the dock. According to some insiders, they even had valet service for the yachts. Can you imagine? Excuse me, sir. Can you park my yacht? And the decor? This is where Bezos's billions really went wild. Gold-plated dinnerware, crystal chandeliers hanging from tented pavilions, and floral arrangements so massive they looked like literal jungles of roses and orchids. These weren't your run-of-the-mill wedding centerpieces. These were designed by internationally famous floral artists who charge more for a single table arrangement than most people's entire weddings. It's being called the most expensive celebrity wedding since Kim and Kanye, and honestly, Kimye would be jealous. Some reports say they had multiple themed rooms, a candlelit Spanish wine cellar for intimate toasts, an open-air ballroom under fairy lights with a view of the sea, and even a hidden lounge for the VIP after-party. And you know Bezos being Bezos. No expense spared on tech either. Rumor has it they had state-of-the-art projection mapping that turned the entire villa facade into a light show after dark. Imagine sipping champagne while the walls light up with custom animations of the couple's love story. Quick poll for everyone watching. If money was no object, would you go all in with a private island wedding, or would you do something low-key with just your closest friends? Drop your answer in the comments. I love seeing how you all think. Alright, now let's spill the tea on the guest list, because this wedding wasn't just expensive, it was exclusive. We're talking the world's richest man inviting only the most carefully curated, high-profile crowd. Forget your average wedding plus ones. This was basically the Met Gala with better catering. According to Vogue and insiders who tried really hard to stay anonymous, Bezos and Sanchez flew in their closest family and friends, but also a select crew of absolute A-listers. And listen to this. Rumor has it, Leonardo DiCaprio himself was on the list. You remember when Leo and Lauren went viral after that clip of her looking a little too happy to meet him? Yeah, Bezos literally tweeted, "Leo, come over here. I want to show you something," with a cliff photo. So, imagine them chilling at the same dinner table. Peak billionaire drama. And it wasn't just Hollywood. This was Hollywood meets Silicon Valley at its finest. Tech CEOs, venture capital heavyweights, mega philanthropists who write million-dollar checks for fun. I mean, it's the only wedding where someone could say, "Excuse me, I have to take this call from NASA," and no one would even blink. And get this, security was reportedly tighter than at the Oscars. Guests had to RSVP months in advance, sign NDAs thicker than a phone book, and sources say they even ran background checks on staff. Because you know Bezos doesn't want anyone leaking blurry cell phone pics of Lauren's custom haute couture dress. Oh, and don't even get me started on the transport. Many guests were flown in on private jets chartered just for the event. The local airstrip in Spain was basically a parking lot for Gulfstreams. One guest apparently arrived on his own helicopter because yachts were just too basic. But the vibe, surprisingly laid back once inside. Insiders say Bezos and Lauren made sure it felt intimate, even though it was dripping dripping with money. Candlelit dinners, acoustic music, speeches that made people cry and laugh. It's that weird combination of super exclusive and we're all friends here that only billionaires can pull off. Here's a question for you all. If you could invite one celebrity to your wedding, just one, who would it be? Drop their name in the comments. I'm curious if we'll see more Leos, Beyoncés, or Elon Musks in there. Now let's talk about what everyone secretly wants to know at any celebrity wedding. The dress, the dining, and of course, the party. Because when you're Sanchez marrying Jeff Bezos, nothing is off limits. Not even gravity, apparently. Let's start with the dress. And no, this wasn't just any bridal gown. This was a Vogue cover-worthy custom-made masterpiece. It featured intricate lacework handcrafted in Paris, a plunging neckline that screamed confidence, and a train so long they needed an entire team, yes, multiple assistants, just to carry it as she walked down the aisle. It's being described as a blend of old Hollywood glamour and futuristic elegance. The kind of dress that whispers bride but shouts billionaire energy. Be honest, if you had Bezos money, who's designing your wedding look? Drop the fashion house in the comments. Versace? Dior? Or are you going full sci-fi spacesuit? Now, onto the food, and let's just say, this wasn't your average chicken or fish situation. We're talking Michelin-starred chefs flown in from across Europe, multi-course tasting menus, edible gold flakes, vegan options so good even carnivores were licking their plates. Oh, and the wine list? Rumor has it included bottles worth more than most people's monthly rent. But wait, you haven't heard about the cake. Picture this, a 5-tier showstopper towering higher than some New York apartments, crafted by one of the top patissiers in the world, decorated in 24-karat gold leaf, sugar roses that looked real, and filled with imported Tahitian vanilla cream. One guest was overheard saying it was too pretty to eat, but don't worry, they ate it anyway. And then, the entertainment. This part is still shrouded in mystery. All we know is this: a Grammy-winning artist performed a private set so exclusive that guests weren't even allowed to record it. Think Beyoncé-level secrecy. Some insiders say it might have actually been Bruno Mars, but no one's confirming. The performance supposedly ended with fireworks over the ocean, because of course it did. Classic billionaire flex. What do you think? Who was the secret performer? Beyoncé? Bruno? Taylor Swift in disguise? Take a wild guess in the comments, and let's see who gets it right. Alright, this next part is honestly my favorite twist in the entire Bezos wedding saga, and it's got the internet divided. While Jeff Bezos was busy hosting what people are calling the $50 million wedding of the century on a private island, guess what his ex-wife, Mackenzie Scott, was doing? She was out there, quietly giving away billions of dollars to charity. Billions, plural. No gold-plated table settings, no fireworks over the ocean, no private island rental, just record-shattering donations to causes all over the world. According to reports, she's on a mission to literally give away her entire fortune. Some headlines even joked she's trying to empty the safe faster than Bezos can fill it back up. Think about that contrast for a second. One headline read, Jeff Bezos remarries in a $50 million spectacle while Mackenzie Scott races to give away every last dollar. And people eat that up. The internet went wild with memes. It's like real-life Succession, but with philanthropy and rocket ships. Quick question for you. Whose vibe do you prefer? Billionaire wedding on a private island or low-key world-saving billionaire? Tell me in the comments. Team Bezos or Team Mackenzie? And here's the tea. Mackenzie wasn't even mentioned in the wedding coverage, obviously, but her moves completely hijacked the narrative. It's like she RSVP'd no, but sent a $1 billion mic drop instead. Honestly, a lot of people online are calling her the real winner of the weekend, because while the tabloids were zooming in on gold-rimmed champagne flutes and Grammy performer gossip, she was writing checks for education, housing, women's rights, environmental causes, all in complete silence. Talk about an absolute plot twist. The ultra-rich have PR teams that would kill for that kind of effortless flex. While Jeff was partying on his island, Mackenzie was trending for literally saving the world. It's the best kind of billionaire drama, where everyone picks a side, but you can't look away. Seriously, whose approach would you choose if you had that kind of money? Blowout wedding or giving it all away? I want to see your answers below. Okay. Now let's talk about the real circus, the public reaction. Because you know the internet can't see a $50 million billionaire wedding without turning it into the meme event of the year. Twitter was lit, Instagram was flooded, and TikTok, forget about it. People were roasting, praising, and analyzing every single detail like it was the Zapruder film. Let's start with the memes. Picture this: Jeff Bezos and Sanchez in full royal regalia on a private island. And side by side, Mackenzie Scott with a giant donation check. Captions like, choose your billionaire fighter, or when your ex-husband throws a $50 million party, but you're too busy ending world hunger. And people were obsessed with the wedding photos. Screenshots zooming in on gold-plated silverware. Threads counting the number of yachts docked offshore. One viral post just said, Jeff Bezos is cosplaying as a Bond villain in real life. But it wasn't all jokes. There was real buzz about whether this wedding set a new standard for billionaire excess. Headlines were asking, should billionaires even be allowed to do this? While others argued, hey, it's his money, let him enjoy it. What do you think? Is a $50 million million island wedding a fair use of wealth? Or is it just too over the top in 2025? I'm really curious about your take. Drop it in the comments. Then there was the other camp, Kenzie Scott's fans, whole threads praising her donations. "This is how you billionaire," one post said. And there was genuine admiration too. People love a contrast, and this wedding gave them one on a platinum platter. And here's the funniest part. Some folks online were actually defending Bezos. They were like, "Of course you want the best wedding ever when you're worth $200 billion. Wouldn't you?" The comment wars were honestly more entertaining than some reality shows. In the end, the internet gave us memes, debates, think pieces, and a whole lot of spicy hot takes. This wedding didn't just break the bank, it broke the timeline. So which side are you on? Team extravagance or team philanthropy? Let me know below. And don't forget to like if you're loving the tea so far. Now, let's get real for a second. Because this wedding wasn't just about saying "I do." It was a statement. And depending on who you ask, it's either the pinnacle of billionaire romance or the ultimate flex in the middle of a global cost of living crisis. On one hand, you can't deny the fairy tale appeal. A private island, custom couture, Michelin-star chefs. It's the kind of wedding planners dream about. For fans, it's aspirational. They see Jeff and Lauren as the ultimate power couple who don't care what anyone thinks. I mean, if you've got it, flaunt it, right? But here's the twist. It's super polarizing. Because on the other hand, you have people calling it out as billionaire excess in its purest form. We're talking about a single event that cost more than some hospitals or schools. At the same time, regular folks are struggling with rising prices. That's a pretty tough look to spin as relatable. What about you? Be honest. Does a $50 million wedding inspire you, or does it feel tone deaf? Comment below, and let's see which side wins. And let's not forget, this isn't their first time in the headlines. Remember when Leonardo DiCaprio went viral for chatting up Lauren? That clip alone had Bezos tweeting, "Leo, come over here. I want to show you something," next to a cliff photo. The internet never forgets. This wedding, with all its gold-plated extravagance, just amplifies their brand. Bezos has always leaned into the Bond villain jokes. He literally launched himself into space on a giant rocket. Now he's getting married on a private island with decor that would make Versailles jealous. For Lauren, it's a transformation moment. She's gone from news anchor to billionaire fiancé to tabloid royalty. This wedding cements her as one of the most talked about women in the world. Vogue covers, designer collabs, TV interviews. It's all on the table now. Do you think they planned this level of publicity, or was it just love on a grand scale? Let me know what you think. Bottom line, this wedding guarantees they'll be in the spotlight for months to come. More headlines, more memes, more think pieces debating billionaire ethics. Whether you love them or hate them, you're talking about them. And that's the real power move. Alright, let's be honest here. No matter how you feel about billionaires and their over-the-top spending, this wedding is going down in history. Not just as one of the most expensive ever, although, yes, that $50 million price tag is insane, but as a cultural moment that's going to be picked apart for years. Think about it. An actual private island wedding. Designers flown in, gold-plated everything, Grammy-winning performances, and all of it plastered across Vogue, Architectural Digest, and basically every major outlet on Earth. It's like they said, let's redefine what it means to show off wealth. But here's what's really interesting. It's not just about Jeff and Lauren. It's about us watching. This wedding has become a giant Rorschach test. Do you see an aspirational fairy tale? Two people in love not caring about the haters? Or is it the height of cringe billionaire cosplay while so many are struggling? That split in public reaction? That's why people can't stop talking about it. So here's my question for you. Where do you fall? Team fairy tale goals or team seriously? Read the room. Drop your hottest take in the comments right now. I always read what you guys have to say, and this topic is gonna light up the comments section. And you know what? Whatever side you're on, you can't deny Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez know exactly how to work the spotlight. Love them or hate them, they're geniuses at grabbing our attention. And let's be real, this isn't the last we'll hear about them. Next up, baby rumors, brand deals, maybe even a Netflix special. You know it's coming. If you love this deep dive and you want way more celebrity drama breakdowns just like this, make sure you absolutely smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the tea. Seriously, we're serving it hot every week. Oh, and if you want me to do a deep dive on Mackenzie Scott's billion-dollar philanthropy next, or break down the craziest celebrity weddings ever, let me know in the comments. I'm taking requests. Thanks for hanging out today. Stay curious, stay a little nosy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.